But look at this machine, okay? Check this out, you guys. How is this even possible? That is so freaking cool. I absolutely love this Bestarc. We got some more air tubing, which I don't know what to do with ever. So I just throw it that way and I collect it. What is up, darlings, and welcome back to Kirsties'Karz. Oh, you can't see any of my cars, but you will soon, okay? I promise. Today, we are going to be checking out the Bestarc BTC800DP 9th generation. Bestarc is one of my favorite companies. Like, I may be a little biased here, I'm just gonna say that, but on a real note, every single one of their machines that I have received has worked flawlessly. That tells you anything. It's that Bestarc is a good freaking company. And they're helping out the small people like me. I am not like some huge name, and the fact that they have supported me through this like journey of restoring my hot rods is just absolutely amazing. Don't mind me here for a minute, I'm pretty weak, but we're gonna get it down from here. Get it down from there. And we're gonna open this bad boy. Like, I'm so excited. I can't even. Bestarc! Thank you so much. We're gonna unbox this bad boy. Let's see what's in it. Oh, I'm so excited. I've literally just been staring at this closed box for way too long, right? We just need to have some fun. We're gonna cut some stuff. And I actually, thanks to my good friend Frank, I actually have a whole bunch of different options. Ugh, I'm not that strong. But look at these thick metals we got to test out. Ugh, I'm excited. Let's see what's in here. Bestarc though, a box within a box within a box. As always, I'm gonna open this up and see what lays within the box in the box. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Got some good packing materials. And we got the box. Ugh. Which is another box within another box within another box. But that's okay, because this box is full of all of our good stuff. All of our consumables, everything that goes with it. Our torch is gonna be in here. And one of these tools again, which I learned is for the tips of the machine, which makes sense. Look, oh my God. Look at this torch, okay. This is the most exciting part, not even lying. This torch head has wheels on it. Holy freaking cow, you guys see that? That is so gosh dang cool. None of the other machines have this, all right? And it may not seem like that big of a deal. It may not seem like that big of a deal, but it is. Like being able to drag it like this and not, oh my gosh. How is this even possible? That is so freaking cool. I absolutely love this Bestarc. And it swivels like that. Like you can move it where you want it and then tighten it down. Like that is so sick, dude. I am pumped up to test this out. Like being able to drag that like that will make things so much easier. We got some more air tubing, which I don't know what to do with ever. So I just throw it that way and I collect it. But we got our earth clamp, ground clamp, and we got all of our consumables here in this little nifty baggie, which, I mean, there's a lot in there. There's some different size tips. There's your hose clamps for that air hose that we're not using, but if you did need to use it, your clamps are in there. Bam, we got the instruction manual. Most people just throw that right the freak out, but I actually pay attention. We have our adapter here to go from 220 to 110. But every single one of their machines comes with this option. So if you don't have a 220, you are not out of luck. Like, you can still use the machine. It's just at like half the power pretty much. We have all of our cool stuff in this tiny box. All right, we'll set that aside gently. But look at this machine, okay? Check this out, you guys. Ooh, it has double handles, which I absolutely love for maneuvering the machine around. It's really heavy. Okay, where did that go? Oh, I don't have nothing. We're gonna use the box. Ooh. I am so pumped that this one also comes with the built-in regulator here. It also has a super huge power switch. Like, you cannot miss that bad boy. Here's your power cable. I'm just gonna get setting this thing up. I gotta move some machines around because I have a lot of machines here. I'm just like, oh my goodness gracious, there's so many. Oh. Uh-oh. Something isn't working properly. Maybe it's because I don't have enough air. Let's air up my tank and make sure that we have the full force of air pressure going in, because maybe that's like what's keeping this regulator from closing at the bottom. Let's go test it out. Let's see. I mean, it can't hurt. We need air anyway. Let's see if that was enough air to solve the problem. Bam! That easy. Brilliant. Okay. See, we are problem solving every single day. Figuring it out on our own every single day. We are getting closer to success every single day. All right, let's keep going. Let's test this bad boy out and see how she does. You guys, I am absolutely defeated right now. Okay, so I told you we were gonna do the 220 and test it out, which I've been wanting to do for every single one of these machines, but my dad's cabinet shelf here was in front of my 220, right? So I got the idea to use this little multi-tool thing and cut it out, and look. I have two 220s, but they're both not the right plug. Okay, so I don't know what they needed those plugs for here. Like washer, dryer, I don't know what that is. But it is not what I need. So I literally have to like now look for like some sort of attachment to try and, you know, make this plug work for that. But this is definitely not the plug that I'm looking for. Okay, like that is the plug. That is the plug. I'm gonna show you guys how to hook this all up. So you throw your torch on here, which is the torch symbol. And surprisingly enough, which is something we have not encountered in one of these machines, this right here, you guys, is where we put on this. Okay, it comes connected to your torch. We have not experienced this before, okay, but we are experiencing it now. You put the washer and the cord right there, tighten it up, bam, bam. And then this plug, super self-explanatory, 2 plugs. That goes into our 69, okay. Tighten it up, make sure it's snug. Bam, look at that. It looks good. Both of our wires are connected, red and blue. Here we go. This one is definitely a ground clamp. It has a solid key point right there that you are supposed to insert a certain way, which would be that way. And then you twist it. Bam! We are powered on. We are powered on. Holy cow. All right, so she's set at 15 amps. The PT time is how long the air blows out after the fact. Okay, so This button right here changes from post arc to post time. So, I mean, and this knob changes. So you can have it blown out for 15 seconds if you want, however long you want. The crazy thing with this post time, though, is the longer you set it, the longer your consumables last, like on the torch. So our PSI is our air pressure, and this is the button that we use to change from that. You can see where it says cut or air. On the 2T, when you're using 2T, that means you are pressing the trigger to start and releasing to stop. When you're using 4T, that means that you are pressing the trigger to start and pressing the trigger to stop. You know, 18 gauge metal. Okay, let's go a little higher. Let's try 30. All right, we're gonna try it out. Cutting just a little piece off of the El Camino that I've needed to cut off, so that's what we're gonna do. And we won't need no 40 amps to get through this, okay? This is super thin metal, it is rusted out. So we're gonna go 20 amps, and we're just gonna see if we can get through it. Okay, so it's a brand new day out here. I spent last night really digging into the manual and trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. All I can come up with is it's just not strong enough without the 220. Like I said, I'm running it off of 110. Unfortunately, I was really looking forward to running my 220, but it's not the right plug. So we gotta work with what we got. And what we got is 110, and it's just way too little to cut through some of this thick gauge metal that's over an inch. Like, you just can't even get close to cutting it. So we're gonna keep playing around with some thinner metal and just have some fun with it. Cut out some shapes, do some things, test it out. I really wish I had the money to go buy an adapter to do the 220 for the machine, but I just don't. But it's annoying, and I hate it. And I'm really sorry, Bestarc, that I couldn't come through with the full capabilities for the 220, but we're gonna put it to use with the 110, get cutting out some more stuff, because we have a lot of stuff to cut out on both of these projects, so might as well have some fun with it. Just here to remind you to check your batteries. See, you're looking through it right now, and then when I hit the button, black. That's how your test should look. Alright, you guys, so we're getting ready to cut some mesh. Like, I've never been able to use this function on any of the machines that I've gotten from Bestarc because I haven't had mesh. So we have some, and we are just gonna, like, try cutting it. I'm gonna see if the mesh function plays a different role, you know? Like, I'm curious to see, because we've had the option of plate and mesh, and we've never been able to click over to mesh. And you see this little grid popped up. Ooh, that's cool. So I wonder what difference that's gonna make. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna move my, yeah, I'm gonna move the oil. Well, I really didn't see a difference. It cut super easy. But, I mean, that was it. Alright, maybe I'm going to turn the amps down just a little bit and see if it's different, I guess. I don't know what I'm hoping for, but I thought it was like gonna pulse, but maybe I'm just blasting through it, you know? Let's turn this down to 20 amps instead of 30. Makes sense. Okay, here we go. I welded these together before I did the patch on the El Camino. So let's cut it apart. Sounds like a good plan to me. How thick is this stuff? 20? 20? What? Okay. Man, that weld held up strong. That's the one part that didn't really catch. I mean, not the worst cut for not having a guide, you know? Could be worse. It's so much fun though. Like, I can't even explain how much fun that really until you do it. I was just grounded to the table. Let's see if it makes a huge difference. Grounded to the piece. I like testing out different things. I mean, that was really easy to cut, even just ground with the table. It's a whole metal table though, so you get where I'm going. But directly onto the piece, let's see if it's a cleaner cut or if it's just my shaky hands. Much cleaner. Bam. Very nice. Yeah, that, the wheels make all the difference. It is really wild. Alright, one more cut. Doesn't really like that. Doesn't really like the start. When you start punching through it, you probably need a couple more. Need some more air. Yeah. Alright. Gotta turn the compressor in. Brake. Guys, forgot how to make a Z in cursive. Oops. Okay, so I had some fun with the BTC800DP. The wheels really make a huge difference. I'm not even kidding you. It feels like I don't even need to make a guideline. The wheels kind of just run over everything that's rough and stuff. With the other ones, the wand was kind of dragging and getting stuck on all the like metal that was not smooth. Does that make sense? I don't know. But the wheels seem to really make a difference in cutting a straight line without guide or anything. So that's awesome with this machine. I had fun cutting my old quarter panel in half. We cut the old quarter that we took off the L in half. We still have some spare metal on those, so I'm not gonna demolish them too much. But I had fun cutting some stuff in. I cut a little heart out of this one. I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but a little heart right there. It's kind of deformed, because that's just how I feel about love, maybe. I'm sure with the 220 you'd be able to cut some thicker metal. I was not able to cut it with the 110, but that's because it was on 110, you know what I mean? I was able to blow through everything else with ease though. Like that's just like the key thing with these bad boys. Like, I don't know, can you, this one is like $300 or $400 less than the other one that I showed you guys. So I'm just saying, this one has just as much power, just as much capability. So that was exciting to figure out. I mean, it's not all about the money, you know. It's really about what they hold. And they seem to all hold a lot of the same things with just a few slight differences. But those differences could mean a lot to somebody who's looking to buy just one machine, you know what I mean? So I got my epoxy primer in the mail though, so I'm super stoked for that. That is exactly where we are heading now. I just need to grind that down, clean it up, epoxy primer it, and then we'll get going on welding in the inner and the outer wheelhouse. I can't thank you guys enough for joining me on my lives. It's so exciting and fun talking to you guys. Unfortunately, on this last live, I didn't get much advice because my comments stopped working for some reason. But I'm still completely open to advice and all of your guys' info that you have to give me. I know that you said that I don't need to completely sand down the inner and the outer, which is really good news because I was not looking forward to that. So thank you guys for that advice. I am going to take Scotch Brite to it and then just prime over that sucker. That's what you guys told me to do, so that's what I'm going to do. You know, I really take your advice and I just hold it close and I appreciate it. You guys are the best freaking friends I have. I had way too much fun doing that. That was like so much fun. I messed up on the Z though. Like I was going for Kirsties'Karz with a Z and I forgot what a Z looks like in cursive. I'm not even kidding you. It kind of looks one, I think, like, I don't know. But the Kirsties looks great. You know, that was all one pass. Like, I'm free. I'm passing up that grinder chick, you know. I'm going to start plasma cutting, you know, my initials everywhere. Thank you again, Bestarc. The BTC800DP 9th generation. Total success, and I absolutely recommend it. I will put all of their information and where you can get it yourself if you want it in the description. So, heck yeah, you guys rock. Thanks again, Bestarc. Beep.